Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel InfoSec Lab, and my name is Hui again. Today is gonna be another day of TryHackMe's Advance of Cyber 2024. We're gonna be doing day number 6, which is a sandbox, and we're gonna be learn about Yara, which is a very popular EDR tools. EDR stands for Endpoint Detection and Response, which is widely used in cybersecurity for to monitor detecting malicious code running on the system. So the learning objective today is analyze malware behavior using a sandbox tools, explore how to use Yara rules to detect malicious patterns, learn about various malware evasion techniques, and implement an evasion technique to bypass Yara rule detection. So as usual, we're gonna be go over some concept first before diving into the activities of the room. The first one is the sandboxes. So sandbox environment are isolated, safe computers or environments that are created for malware analysis of threat hunting. Because usually if we want to analyze a malware or a virus or a malicious software, we don't want to do it on our real host machine because we may get make some mistakes, and then the mistake will be infected. And then if we're within an organization or a company, then from that infected host machine will be spread across the network, which we don't want to do. That's why sandboxes and virtual machines come into play. They provide us an isolated and safe environment to freely investigate the malware and execute them in those environments, totally isolated from the whole system to make it safer. And because we have been trying to implement the best practices of using sandboxes and virtual machines, attackers also have adapted in the techniques of implementing their malwares to detect such environments. Because why? It's not worth running a malware a malicious code on a virtual environment where you cannot extract any useful information. That's why they try to implement and they try to look for indicators that if such a machine is a virtual machine, a sandbox, or an actual computer in real world. So on Windows machines, they can do that by checking the presence of the program files folder right here. To see to determine whether it's present or not, they can actually check the registry path, which is located in software Microsoft Windows and current versions right here, as it shows on the screenshot. To demonstrate you how to do it, we navigate to the Windows machine, and then just click the start right here, and then just search for edit, and then just start it. Now there are two ways to get to that location. You can just copy paste right here, copy this one, and paste into this one. So to get to that directory, but as we're learning, we need to know the structures of the file. So I would rather do it by hand. So whereas software, Microsoft Windows, and the current version. So let's do it by exploring the left side menu. Software. We go to the software. Microsoft, scroll down to Windows, and it should be the current version right here. So when we click the current version, we're gonna be looking for the name program files directory right here. This is the value that we're looking for, as it's been indicated in this screenshot right here. So and when you scroll down, this is actually the piece of code that a lot of attackers use to check for the registry path. And because it's become very popular amongst the common attacks nowadays, a lot of blue teamers or security analysts have implemented rules to actually detect these patterns of codes or these strings of codes. And by doing that, they implemented Yara rules. What is Yara? Yara is a tool used to identify and classify malware based on patterns in its code. By writing custom rules, analysts can define specific characteristics to look for, such as a particular strings, file headers, or behaviors. And Yara will scan for files and processes to match to find matches, making it invaluable for detecting malicious code. So this is an example of Yara rule that try to detect if a piece of code or a software has evoked should command to check the registry path. Oh, by the way, let me show you how to do it on the command line. So to do it on the command line, let's open the PowerShell. No, my bad, no. No. Okay. Close it. So this is the GUI version on how to check the file right here, and this is the command line version. Right. Query, and then it's gonna be the path, which is this one. No, it's gonna be this one. It's not copying. Oops. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do it. Copy. Okay. And then we're gonna search for the values of this name, which is program files. Invalid key names. Okay. Just copy paste. Let's try modifying it. Oh, the path was wrong. Sorry. So this is the actual command on the Windows machine to check the presence of the file in the folder. As we can see right here, the folder exists, meaning that this is an actual computer in the real world. It's not a sandbox environment or a virtual machine, right? So basically, going back to the Yara rule, basically this is the metadata field where it just like provide some basic information about the rule, which is called sandbox detected. And then as it's been explained here in the condition section, we define the rule will match with the scan file. In this case, any of the specified string are present. So obviously, in this command, software Microsoft Windows current version, it contains this string, software Microsoft Windows current version, and then programs folder. So obviously, whatever piece of software or code runs on the system that has this kind of command will evoke the EDR, which is the endpoint detection and response system, and there's gonna be alert to the blue teamers or the security analyst. We can actually emulate that scenario right here. So first, there are two things that we have to do. First, we're gonna have to start the monitoring system, which is the Jingle Bells PowerScript in the tools folder. Then we go to now this script will be when the script is running, now the script is running, right? So meaning that, you know, it's continuously monitoring all the events happening on the system, and whenever it finds a match in the Java rules, then it's just gonna be notify the users and then output in a text file called mouse string. Oh no, Java matches dot text. We can try that right now. From here we go to the malware folder. We have two malicious code right here. Let's use the first one for the Merry Christmas executable. Execute it. Just wait, and then eventually there's gonna be a notification popping up. No. No. It might be lagging. Okay guys, give it some time. It's working on that. Sometimes the virtual machine is slow. So in the meantime, when we wait for that, let's go back and continue with the flow of the lesson, of the room. This is exactly what I just did. First, I ran the Jingle Bell PowerShell right here to actually activate the EDR. And then after that, I just run the malicious software, which is the Merry Christmas executable. And then as explained in this one, there's supposed to be a pop-up popping up right here. Malicious command detected. Let's double check. There's nothing. That's weird. Oh, I wonder what's going on. Did I do anything wrong? No, I don't think so. Let's try running it. With the command line. Still nothing. Which is weird. Weird. Okay, let me troubleshoot why it's not triggering. What did I do wrong here? You know what? Oh, now it is. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know how. Somehow it's not triggering until I press the Control C. So now a bunch of pop-ups right now. Malicious command detected. TryHackMe glitch was here. Okay, this is gonna be one of the answers to the questions. Glitch was here. So now it's working as expected. You have an EDR running and then running continuously on your system and trying to detect any malicious activity. And then once a malicious software is executed, it immediately notified you, hey, malicious command detected. Take a look at this one. As a security analyst, then once we get this kind of notifications, we're gonna take a look at the logs, which is, you know, recorded here in the Java matches. Now, because I was trying to execute the file so many times, so you're gonna see a lot of events right here. Each of these is gonna be each of the execution I made. So what can we learn about this? We learn about the event time, when the executable, when the code was executed, the event ID and event record ID. So each of the event logs is going to have different record ID. It's just make it easier for us to investigate the log. And it shows the command line Windows system and runs the command line, which then it spawn a command process, command terminal, which runs the registry query and then looking for the values of the program files directory. So basically that's the theory of what's going on here. You have a malicious code. You have YARA rules which is integrated into the EDR system. EDR again is endpoint detection and response, which is a cybersecurity practice of of monitoring cybersecurity practice of monitoring, detecting malicious software and activities. Now, as we are as defenders are working smarter and smarter in detecting malicious code, attackers also work harder to grab their codes to actually invade the defense system. So on Windows machines we have the EDR, we have window defenders, we have multiple layers of defenses, and then sometimes because these are just like so obvious, the strings are so obvious, the command is like okay, registry query and stuff, like it's so obvious, so it's gonna be easily caught by the system, by the EDR. So attackers can use a technique called obfuscation, meaning that making the code harder and confusing for us to read. So making the basically it's making the code less readability for humans, and it's also a way to trick the system, to evade the system. And one of the common techniques of obfuscation is encoding the command, as it's been shown right here. This is exactly the same thing as this piece of code right here. Oh no, this piece of code right here, which runs a command to check the registry path. But instead of having the raw command line like this one, it's gonna be encode. It's gonna encode the command line in base 64. We can actually double check by this, by checking the cyber chef. And usually we use attackers use the base 64, so that's gonna be the first go-to encoding decoding type from base 64. Put it here, and then don't forget to remove no bytes, and we get item property path and then blah blah blah. Okay, so this command is a little bit different from what we went over earlier. So let's try that in the PowerShell. So get property path and then current version name program. Okay. Get property path and then I copy the path right here. Oh my god, it's not copying. Yeah, sometimes it's just too annoying that you can't really copy text. I'm gonna have to manually type it out. Bear with me, guys. KLM software Microsoft current version, and name is program finder. Get item property. Oops, my bad. Item property. But Okay, let's see the whole path right here. Oh, the directory seems to be wrong, so I wonder how it is. Oh, I see. I think I have this one typo. Software Microsoft Windows current version. Okay. Let's have echo. Help with me. Let's ask echo. No, I am doing the task in day 6 of Advent of Cyber 2024. It's not helping. Okay, let me try to troubleshoot this one a little bit. Bear with me. We have this one. Okay, bear with me guys. I'm just looking up online to troubleshoot it. Oh, so the path. Okay. So I get it. I messed up at the path right here. My bad. Okay, so basically it's a different command that we tried earlier today, but the output is gonna be the same. It's gonna be outputting the program files there, the values of that, which is the program files. Now this is an indication that this machine is a real machine in the world, which is worth hacking. Just saying, but don't try that. All right, so let's keep moving. Where were we at? Okay, so because a tracker, usually a tracker is gonna be encoding the command line. So we're at this point right here. Attackers are getting smarter by trying to encode it, the commands they use in the malicious software to, in order with the hope to bypass the EDR system. And a lot of times it works very well. But we also have some other tools besides Yara to actually help us detect this kind of evasion techniques. And one of those is like floss. No, I'm sorry. I don't know why. Why? Okay, guys. It hasn't been a very smooth day. Let's start the machine again. So while we wait for the machine to start, let's continue with our concept. We were here. okay, let me because attackers are trying to using different obfuscation techniques to evade the EDR system, especially encoding the malicious command into base64 or some other uh, encoding types. Then we also have a tools that is dedicated for malware analysis, which is called Floss. What Flux does is it's gonna be analyze a binary or an executable file, and then it's gonna be automatically extract all the strings in the code, which can be malicious, and then it can be considered malicious. It just gives us a general idea what is it in the binary file, and we should take a look at it and whether and if we see that those strings are malicious or suspicious, then we can have a further investigation. We're gonna wait for the machine to start, and then I'm just gonna do a demo right here, but let's continue. Using Yara rules on the 6-month logs. As you remember from day number 4 on Atomic, 6-month is a system monitoring, which monitors all the events happening on a system of a machine. And we have to actually go to the event viewer to clear the log. From day 4, we have to go to event viewer, clear the log to actually see all the events happening when we execute some test cases for a certain exploit. In this case, but in real life, it's not very optimal. It's not very optimal because there are gonna be a lot of other operational event logs that we have to keep and take a look at. So we can't simply clear the logs just to make space to investigate one or two incidents. So what's gonna be the solution? Solution is we're gonna be using the Yara rules that we implemented in the EDR system earlier, and then use it to filter out the values in the events log which will help us for further investigation. What do I mean by that? Okay, I'm gonna show you what I mean. I'm just gonna be expand this one in full view mode, so it's gonna be easier to look at this one, and then yes, allow copy and paste. So before doing that, I have to redo everything. Just bear with me. First, I'm gonna have to run the EDR system. Jingle bell. And then on another command line, no, we don't have to run. Yeah, it's fine. And then execute the Merry Christmas file. Okay, this one is smoother. We execute the file, and then the Yara root detects, okay, this is a malicious command, which we saw earlier, but in a faster pace. Okay, cool. What I meant by that is, we can use Yara root to filter out the logs in event logs. We're gonna be using the values of this one, the event record ID. Remember I mentioned earlier, each of the event log is gonna have different event record ID, and this is gonna be the values that we use to filter out the log in the 6-month. But before we go into that, okay, let's do that right now, and then I'll come back with the floss. So let's now go to the event viewer. We're gonna be copying 127.836. If you remember from date number 4, to access the system log, it's gonna be applications and service log. It's loading. Please wait and be patient. Microsoft, Windows, and then scroll down to the sysmon right here, and then operation. Okay, now we have a lot of log events. How do we know which one to filter out? We're gonna be go here on the right side corner, actions menu right here, filter current log, click the XML tab, and then check the box edit query manually. Now we have the XML query. Going back here, we can try. Okay, we'll go back here. We're gonna be using this XML file to actually filter out the logs. Now, if you notice, everything looks the same, except for this part right here. So I'm just gonna be insert the event category, which was found here, which is 127.836. 128.36. No, just copy this one, is fine. And then paste it here. Click OK, and now you see the event log. It's been filtered to the event that when the executable file was run. You can actually click on the detail tabs and then event data. It provides you all kind of data, all the information needed for the investigation. It gives you the UTC time, the time when it happens. It gives you the description of window command processor. It also gives you the command lines, which is the command was run right here. It also gives you some other information like the parent process ID, which is helpful for us to for further investigation. Parent image it refers to the software or the executable file that invoke the command line that runs the query, and of course the parent command line is going to be this one too. And here it shows the parent user, the user that execute the malicious software. So yeah, this is how you use Yara rule, integrate that into the sysmon of Windows, and then filter out the logs and analyze the logs. That's how you detect malicious activities on your on your system. Now, that's it for the lesson today. But before I end it here, I want to go back to Floss, which I didn't get a chance to cover. As I mentioned earlier, Floss is a very powerful tool used to extract strings from binaries, which can help us detect some malicious some malicious codes inside a binary file. This is the best tool for us to detect malicious software, even if the attackers use obfuscation in their codes. So let's try that here. In tools, we navigate to the malware folder. So we have two files that we're gonna be using. The second file, Merry Christmas off executable. So we're gonna be let's do this. And then we're gonna be using Floss and malware Merry Christmas, and then we're gonna be piping the output to the file name mouse string. So this is the command I just ran. Basically what it does, it use the Floss software or the flash tool to analyze the binary Merry Christmas obfuscation executable. That's okay. Let's go back here. What it does is, using the flash software soft tool to analyze the malware, the Merry Christmas obfuscation executable, and then whatever the output is, it's gonna be outputted into the malstring.txt. Let's wait for it for a moment, for a few seconds to load. And then in the meantime, we can go back and answer the question. What is the flag displayed by the pop-up windows after the EDR detects malware? Glitch was here. Submit. And what is the flag file in the malstring document after you receive the files, opening the file in a text editor? Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for this one to complete, and then we're gonna be seeing the hidden string. Alright, so in the meantime, let's talk about and this is long. It's taking a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna sip some water. I'm thirsty. So these are gonna be my very first few videos on YouTube, and I'm kind of nervous. I have made so many mistakes on on so many videos, and so many mistakes pronouncing stuff, and explaining some concepts, and hopefully I'm getting better. And if you have any questions, or if there's any confusion, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be happy to explain everything again in details for you. But just bear with me. Sometimes I try to speak very slow, but my habit prevents me from speaking slowly. So a lot of time you find me mumble a lot. I'll try to improve on myself. But thank you for your patience and watching until this end of the video. Still not done yet. And that's it. I'm not sure whether it was in this file or in this file, but let's wait. Now, why is it happening? Why? This happens as a cost-saving measure. We plan to ensure that we can consistently give access to more machines and more content. Should not be if you find yourself in a situation where, okay, I don't know why, but unfortunately I was the one to be in this situation, but I'm toward the end, so I don't want. I'm toward the end of this, so I don't want to open a ticket or whatever it is. Just trying to finish up. But yeah, basically after you run that flash command, you're gonna be having an output file called the malstring.txt. Looking into that malstring.txt, you're gonna find you're gonna find the hidden flag within there, which is You know what? I'm just gonna be pulling out my write-up right here and show you guys instead of waiting for the virtual machine, because I don't think it's worth waiting. So using the flash command to run for the Merry Christmas obfuscation executable output, the output file is called mouse string.text. Reading the output, we see the string right here, meaning that there was some encoded malicious command going on in the file. And when you scroll down right here, it says that so when running against the Merry Christmas ops executable, I couldn't find a flag, but the flag was actually hidden in the Merry Christmas.executable file right here. So I ran that against this one without the ops and look it up in the string, and I found the flag, which is TryHackMe hidden clue. Alright, if my video is not clear enough and if you're a reader, then you can just find out my write-up right here on my Medium, which will be linked in the description. And finally, we're done with this stream. Sorry for any interruptions and for the technical issues that I have in this video. It never happened to me. I hope it's not gonna be happening again. But thank you again for watching my video, and see you soon. See ya. Bye.